Pune is yet at a very nascent stage of development.
So one thing that's always worth spending on, no matter what.
The experiences, that one unique experience that you curate for your customer. But if the experience for the customer was not great, despite doing everything right, it would have turned out to be a failed event.
So you have rupees 1 lakh and you need to make an event people remember. Where does the money go? A developer spent lakhs of money last year on a holy event, and when I asked one of the person who attended it, and he just said that he was okay with it. He had nothing to say regarding that you should attend or you should just come and experience once or anything else apart from a single word saying fine. Lakhs of money was spent on just a single word, that too fine, for what? Hi and welcome to the Foxfire podcast. I am Aishwarya. And today we are discussing regarding the experiences of the event and how and what's the process goes beneath it. Today we have the perfect person to discuss regarding. Welcome Vivek Ganatra. He is the marketing head at Sky Developers, and I'd like to ask you, what's your take on the story I have just recited?
So 15 lakh, 20 lakh rupees spent when question asked to someone who attended the event and the answer comes fine. That raises a lot of question. That itself is not just the question, but उससे एक बहुत सारे सवाल एक डेवलपर के दिमाग में आने चाहिए कि आखिर वो 15-20 लाख रुपए का हुआ क्या. ये सवाल सोच के ही एक डेवलपर को ये एहसास होना चाहिए कि the 15-20 lakh rupees that was spent has gone in vain. And this is a realization that happens because you understand that it is not the scale, not the event that really mattered, but the experience that mattered. क्योंकि अगर यही 15-20 लाख रुपीस के बदले 5 लाख का इवेंट होता, पर उस इंसान ने या if that person would have taken something back in his mind, probably his answer would have been different. And that, I believe, is the big difference between a well-planned, curated experience and an event per se, which is done as a checklist or done as just to have a good to have thing in the calendar.
So is it always like a vendor call or like a very creative discussion that goes beneath when you discuss regarding organizing an event, or even though you want to get a footfall, what kind of process is it?
So generally the practice is कि event करना है, vendor को phone करो, ये music रहेगा, ये खाना रहेगा, ये entertainment रहेगा, ये checklist है. Sadly that's the reality. But होना क्या चाहिए? होना ये चाहिए कि हमें वो आइडिया से काम चालू करना चाहिए. We should start with what is it that I want my audience to experience, what is it that I want my people to think about, and उससे मेरी ब्रांड को या मुझे क्या फायदा होने वाला है cannot be translated from the number of people who have attended या कितने लोग आए. अगर मैं सिर्फ एक एक्सेल पे ये लिस्ट करने बैठ जाऊंगा तो I believe that that's not the right idea. So we should crack the idea first. We should crack कि हमें क्या कहना है इस इवेंट या इस एक्सपीरियंस के थ्रू. हमें क्या चाहिए कि लोग क्या महसूस करें. What is it that they feel? What is it that they connect to? And उसके बाद ड्राइंग बोर्ड पे बैठना चाहिए जहाँ से you sit with your event partners, your collaborators, and you create that idea and you give that idea a shape and form, and उसके बाद वो एक प्लान में ट्रांसलेट होना चाहिए. पर generally like I said, the practice is हमें ये इवेंट करना है, ये हमारी चेकलिस्ट है और ये हमारे वेंडर्स है. So I believe that when you start working on the idea, that is where you start coming up with something new, something that people take back home, which is more than just an object. जो एक एहसास है, जो एक फीलिंग है, जो आप घर ले जाते हो. एंड जब वो आप घर ले जाते हो तब आप उसके बारे में सोचते रहते हो. सो टू डायल बैक टू योर फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट कि एक 15-20 लाख रुपए का इवेंट करने के बाद भी जब किसी को पूछा जाता है तो उनका जवाब आता है हाँ, इट वॉज फाइन, इट वॉज अ गुड इवेंट. पर वही चीज अगर एक आइडिया या एक कॉन्सेप्ट के पीछे स्पेंड की गई होती या उतना टाइम उसमें इन्वेस्ट किया गया होता तो शायद वो ही इंसान आपको जवाब देता कि क्या क्या बताऊं मैं क्या क्या था वहां पे, मैंने ये किया, मैंने वो किया, मैंने ये एक्सपीरियंस किया, अरे नेक्स्ट टाइम आप भी मेरे साथ चलना। सो जब हम ये आइडिया बेचना चाहते हैं या हम ये आइडिया को एक्सपीरियंस करवाना चाहते हैं, that should be the real way or real approach of planning an event, I would say.
So the fight here is like between logistics versus the experience.
Yeah.
And how many developers, because wahan se hi, let's start from the hierarchy. How many developers are dead serious about, with the experience? Like how many of them, they know what they are saying? You are the one that you will provide the whole plan and pitch for the developer, and then you are the communicator between us and the developer. So how many of them are dead serious when they actually pitch you out with the fact that let's do something with the experience, let's make them feel like this, or let's make that one memory for our township audience? So what exactly goes inside your boardroom?
I'll be very honest. Generally, the industry practice is such कि हमारे ये इवेंट कैलेंडर है, हमें ये इवेंट करना है और ये चेकलिस्ट है. बट थिंग्स एट द प्लेस आई वर्क, स्काई, it's a little different. We evaluate whether or not first we want to do an event. We want to create an experience. And our experiences evolve around the community itself. So I'll give you one example. अभी हमने एक कार्निवल किया था. It had very simple things. So जो inflated balloons आते हैं, the air castle,
Yeah.
we had done that. We had gotten merry-go-round होता है. So we had gotten simple things for kids to experience. See, आज की डेट में जब कोई एक घर खरीदने आता है, so 5, 7, 8 साल पहले things used to close at floor plans and prices. Today people ask, what is it that I'm getting in terms of lifestyle? What is it that my kid is going to experience? What is it that my kids have to do? A young couple will always think कि मेरे parents के लिए यहाँ पे करने के लिए क्या है. So हम जब बैठते हैं, when we in our boardroom sit, we evaluate that what is it that people want to keep experiencing time and again, and it has to be sustainable. मतलब मैं एक इवेंट करूंगा, it will be a flamboyant event where there's a lot of food, there's a lot of entertainment. People will come, enjoy, make merry, go back home, and next morning are going back to the rush. What changes or what differentiator that we try to create is primarily के हमारी ऑडियंस को चाहिए क्या, कि वो सोचता रहे कि अरे ये हमने किया, इससे हमें मजा आया. एंड हमारे ड्राइंग बोर्ड पे या हमारे बोर्ड रूम में भी यही बातें चलती है कि हम ऐसा क्या अलग और सिंपल करें कि विच मेक्स एन इम्पैक्ट इन द डे टू डे लाइफ ऑफ द पीपल, विच मेक्स पीपल वांट टू डू इट टाइम एंड अगेन. क्योंकि हम एक बार पार्टी करेंगे, 2 बार पार्टी करेंगे, 3 बार यू विल हैव म्यूजिकल नाइट, द 4th टाइम probably you will get bored. But every time you do something engaging with the complete family, it gives them a sense of community, it gives them a sense of belongingness, and you create a lifestyle. तो हमारे बोर्ड रूम में या हमारे मीटिंग्स में, डिस्कशन में हमेशा यही होता है, यही डिस्कशन होता है कि how do we make it different, and trying to create that differential is where I think the ideas come out. And I think that is where we tend to have that great referral also amongst our community, क्योंकि that is what drives a lot of business. Believe you me कि advertising होता है. This is one big medium of impact for a real estate developer. कि advertising किया, हमने campaigns किए, हमने digital marketing किया. But what lot of developers don't realize is when you create a community, when you create a sense of belongingness, you want people that you love, you like, you have in your circle to come and live close by. So the chances are कि आज विवेक ने कहीं पे जाके कुछ एक्सपीरियंस किया, विवेक अपने दोस्त को भी लेके जाएगा और बोलेगा कि यार चल, तो मैंने यहाँ पे ये एक्सपीरियंस किया. So our ideas come or germinate from that very fact that we want to create an experience for a customer. बिल्डिंग, घर, फ्लोर प्लान्स, ये कोई भी बना लेता है. But what is not being made is the community, and that happens when you create such experiences which are unique, which people enjoy, and which is also sustainable from the standpoint of a brand. क्योंकि हर बार 20, 25, 30 लाख रुपए के इवेंट करना won't be feasible, but how to optimize the budgets, how to curate those right experiences is going to work really well, and people are going to keep talking about it.
So we have seen at Foxfire events, when we organize the corporate events, generally the static and the only constant thing that we get as a pitch is इतना बजट है तो कुछ बड़ा बनाओ. तो बड़ा बनाए तो क्या बनाए, मतलब कितना ही आपका रिकॉल वैल्यू क्या है, दैट नीड्स टू बी योर स्टैंडर्ड मेट्रिक. वी दैट्स व्हाट वी हैव फिगर्ड इट आउट टिल नाउ, एंड देयर आर वेरी फ्यू इवेंट्स दैट हैव बीन दैट गुड. whatever people that we have worked with in corporate, we have always kept our metric that recall value अच्छा होना चाहिए. At least minimum 2 days people should feel कि okay बढ़िया था, हम लोग 2 दिन पहले कहीं गए थे, what an experience. So out of how many experienced events that you have organized till now, how many have been the best and how many have been like average?
See, I would take that point कि budgets are a big constraint for any developer, for any marketer per se. Budgets are always going to be something that keeps you pulled back. So I believe the discussion shouldn't start at budgets. The discussion should start at ideas. And when you have the idea which is clear कि हमें क्या चाहिए, तो उसके अराउंड आप बजट्स प्लान कर सकते हो. फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सेकेंड, कोई भी एक्सपीरियंशियल इवेंट जब आप क्यूरेट करते हो, द चांसेस ऑफ इट फेलिंग आर इक्वली हाई and the chances of it getting successful are great, but I wouldn't say are equally high.
Then how do you handle that anxiety कि भाई ये बजट वेस्ट नहीं जाना चाहिए, and how do you balance it कि ठीक है चलो सक्सेसफुल भी नहीं हुआ तो भी एटलीस्ट आई विल गेट 2% आउट ऑफ इट.
So वहाँ पे एक यूनिक एलिमेंट का होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. One element that creates that big impact. It not necessarily needs to be of scale. It can be something very small. For example, Diwali के पहले we had done a small carnival for people, for the customers and for the residents of our township. हमने एक छोटी सी चीज़ रियलाइज़ की कि लोग गुजिया खाते हैं, लोग फटाके फोड़ते हैं, लोग अपने घर के बाद बाहर रंगोलियाँ करते हैं. So why not engage people in doing something that they are going to do in Diwali? We organized a pottery session. We had specialized people come in and teach young children, families, mothers to make diyas. Now they took the diyas home. They lit their diyas in Diwali, during Diwali, in those diyas. They created stories. They posted it out on social media. It was not about the budget. It was about handling that situation right. कि हर कोई दिवाली सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है, हर कोई कलर्स दे रहा है, हर कोई रंगोली बनवा रहा है, हर कोई फटाके दे रहा है, हर कोई मिठाइयाँ बांट रहा है, पर हम क्या अलग करें जिससे लोग अपने घर जाके भी उसके बारे में सोचते रहे. तो जो आपने बताया कि 2 दिन के लिए कम से कम लोग सोचते रहे, वाई जस्ट रिस्ट्रिक्टेड टू 2 days? वाई नॉट कीप इट, वाई नॉट क्रिएट समथिंग विच इज कीप सेक, जिससे वो हमारी ऑडियंस है वो एंगेज रहे for an even longer period of time. And like I said, more than anything, more than advertising budgets, more than great campaigns, it is the people who are the primary ambassadors. It is the people who are buying homes, living in the community, creating that community, who are the actual ambassadors. So when we give them a sense of belongingness, when we create a lifestyle for them, हम लोग उनको एक अच्छी लाइफस्टाइल देते हैं, तब वही हमारे लिए एक वर्ड ऑफ माउथ स्प्रेड करते हैं. सो इवेंट को मैट्रिक्स में अगर तोला जाए तो जनरली लोग नंबर ऑफ अटेंडेंस या हाउ मेनी अटेंडीज वर देयर इन माय इवेंट, दे ब्रेक द बजट डिवाइडेड बाय द नंबर ऑफ अटेंडीज एंड ट्राई एंड इवेल्युएट कि हमने लास्ट टाइम 5,000 रुपये में एक इवेंट किया था, इस बार 4,000 में कर रहे हैं, नेक्स्ट टाइम हम 6,000 में करेंगे. बट इज दैट द राइट मैट्रिक्स? आई रियली डाउट, बिकॉज budgets can create a scale, but experiences creates the real value. uh, Budgets may give you a grand stage, it can give you a the experience of grandeur, you get the best of caterers, but the experiences are not necessarily attached to a particular budget. It is attached to emotions, it is attached to feelings. And इसलिए you need to partner with the right people who come to you on that drawing board, who exchange the ideas, who bounce off something unique, something out of the normal, and they help you create an experience which is important for your audience.
So let's talk about how economy has been evolving since there's the story of 1999 where Pine and Gilmore, both of these have actually said one thing, that economies evolved. And we have traded commodities, then we shifted to product, then we shifted to service, and now we are shifting towards experience. So as an example, we take coffee, like if you take the beans, coffee beans, it's for 5 rupees. Then you shift towards making it to the powder or making it towards the coffee. Then it increases in a price range. Then you shift towards the cafes giving you the coffee. Then it gives you like around whatever the pricing goes around is 25 to 30 rupees. And then now you can go and experience the whole coffee making experience and the services all together. That, for example, like a Starbucks, it goes around like 250 rupees bucks or whatever. So that's how experience has been shifting.
The economies evolve.
Yeah,
basically.
economies evolve, but my point
From
is that
service to product to
service to
experiences
product
now.
to experiences, yes.
Yeah.
So my point is, how is this altogether the shift of economic evolvement is changing the real estate business? Are buyers asking you different questions compared to before? Or is it something that people really want to experience? Because people do attend various expos, people do attend various demos and still choose one thing. So there can also be different expos giving you different experiences, and altogether everything is just fitting into your checklist. But how are people evolving? Like, "Okay, I want to go with this developer, or I want to go with this experience that I've had." So how have you differentiated that? That's the toughest thing, because bringing the customer to your door and then making him experience your product, and then also somebody else is also giving you the toughest competition. What's that 0.1% that's bringing the customer towards your bucket?
So, Aishwarya, like you rightly said, the economies have evolved, right? पहले product centricity हुआ करता था. The exchange or the trade used to be that of you give me the money, I give you the product. उसके बाद वही चीज़ evolve होके सर्विस में गई, उसके बाद वही चीज़ एक ब्रांड में evolve हुई. आज everyone is talking about experiences. So the West has, evolved very nicely. The hospitality industry per se has expertise in this very fact that experiences को कैसे बेचा जाए. So today, when you see a hotel chain, a global hotel chain, they will be selling their experiences. They'll be selling a particular lifestyle to you. They'll not be selling a hotel room, just a hotel room. They'll not be selling just a location. They're selling you the idea that when you come stay with us, you experience this.
So amenity नहीं बेच रहे अभी लोग brand
Yes.
moment बेच रहे हैं.
They are selling the moments, the small moments in your life. Amenities ज़रूरी है. अगर amenities नहीं होगी तो उसके जो experiences है वो नहीं होंगे. पर क्या मैं एक amenity को promote करके क्या मैं उसके अंदर का जो एक feeling है या एक emotion है वो बता पाऊंगा? I think no. इसलिए experiences करवाना is very important. So when you say stalls या हम expo करते हैं या हमारा एक sample flat बनता है, what we do different is we try and keep it as real as possible, but we also try and integrate something that is wishful. कि काश मेरे घर में ये होता, काश मैं ऐसा कर पाती. When you tap into that emotion, that experience, I think that is where you hit the right chord. And that is the 1% that makes the difference. आज like you rightly said कि 4 कॉफ़ी शॉप्स बाजू बाजू में होंगे, चारों में कॉफ़ी मिल रही है, चारों में कॉफ़ी बीन्स प्रोसेस करके अच्छे से फ्रॉथ करके दे आर मेकिंग ग्रेट कॉफ़ीज. It is the experience which sells differently. When you enter a particular coffee shop, say a Starbucks, you are welcomed with the warmth of a barista screaming out loud, saying, "Hey, welcome, right? Welcome to Starbucks." They write your name on your cup and announce it loudly. That's an experience. The smell the whiff of smell that you get once you enter Starbucks, it gives you an experience. So it is the small things which actually matter. वो कैसे हम क्यूरेट कर पाए, वो ही कैसे हम लोगों को एक्सपीरियंस करवाए, is our primary objective, and that is achieved when we do something different, cater to my target audience, cater to my buyer, and it is also curated for experience of my buyer. अगर मैं रैंडम चेकलिस्ट के हिसाब से चल के कि मुझे एक स्टॉल लगाना है, एक एक्सपो है, एक स्टॉल लगाना है, मेरे को एक टीवी स्क्रीन चाहिए, मेरे को एक स्टैंड चाहिए जिसपे मेरे लीफलेट्स या मेरे ब्रोशर्स रहेंगे, मेरे पास सेल्स टीम है जो इनको प्रोडक्ट एक्सप्लेन करेगी, मेरे साथ और 20 ब्रांड्स हैं जो वहाँ पे वही चीज़ कर रही है. पर क्या मैं एक छोटी सी चीज़ ऐड कर सकता हूँ? क्या मैं एक छोटी सी की चेन दे सकता हूँ जो अपने घर ले जाए लोग? क्योंकि जब वो घर जाए, क्या मैं उन्हें एक पेन दे सकता हूँ? क्या मैं उनके लिए एक इंटरैक्टिव वॉल क्रिएट कर सकता हूँ जिसके साथ वो खेल सके, जिसके साथ वो अपने घर को एक एक्सपीरियंस कर सके? सो ये एक डिफरेंशिएटर क्रिएट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. एंड आई थिंक when you create that differentiator, you acquire the top of mind of your customer. It is very essential. आज आप देखेंगे तो पुणे में around 80-85% outdoor hoardings जो बोलते हैं, that is real estate. The moment you leave your house to the time you reach your office, you would probably come across 100 billboards, 100 hoardings. How do I as a brand remain top of mind of my customer? Can I find him at places which is probably his own? वो तभी होता है जब मैं एक इमोशनल, एक पर्सनल कनेक्ट बैठा पाता हूँ, and that usually comes through experiences.
So tell me, what's that one mindset shift that a developer or even like a person who is into like marketing like you, or somebody who is into an HR department should get through that one mindset shift which will turn him from budget towards intention?
It's really difficult to say. माइंडसेट शिफ्ट करना या एक इंडस्ट्री को बदलना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, बट ये किससे होगा? जब आप अपने कस्टमर या अपने ऑडियंस को समझना शुरू करोगे. इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड योर कस्टमर, द माइंडसेट विल ऑलवेज बी, हाँ ये चलता आया है, ये चलता आएगा और यही चलता रहेगा. जब ये होता है, यू क्रिएट अ डिस्कनेक्ट बिटवीन यू द ब्रांड and your customers, because you're not listening to your customers. It is very, very important that you start listening to your customer. एक example देता हूँ आपको. The moment that I realized that I am thinking probably differently and I should start thinking like my customer was when we had organized a small event for the senior citizens of the community. By evening, we had organized a book reading session. There was basic thing like a high tea. People were interacting. We were talking about nature. We were talking about the surroundings. We were talking about bird species. At the end of the evening, a person walks up to me and tells me with मतलब उनकी आंखों में लिटरली आपको आंसू दिख सकते हैं, एंड वो आके मुझे एक ही चीज़, यही चीज़ मैं अपने लाइफ में ढूंढ रहा था कि मेरे पेरेंट्स के लिए यहाँ पे करने के लिए कुछ हो, उनके लिए या उनके जैसे लाइक माइंडेड लोगों के साथ उनको इंटरेक्ट करने मिले एंड दे फील हैप्पी अबाउट लिविंग
So
हियर.
that's your ROI.
That's my ROI.
Yeah.
That's the real value that I've created. Yes, every developer, every brand creates great buildings, great looking buildings, brilliant floor plans. But the real ROI is when someone walks up to you, tells you कि यही चीज़ थी जो मैं देख रहा था, यही चीज़ थी जो मैं ढूंढ रहा था. To find that is what makes the difference, and understanding कि हमारे कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए will eventually lead to the mind shift. It will stop people from following just a checklist and going back to a drawing board, and understanding the audience becomes very, very, very important and critical.
So tell me, how is India taking this shift? Like developers all across India, which city is actually seriously taking the experience economy very much seriously, and which city needs to take experience economy seriously?
In India, I think obviously we are there. We are arriving, rather. I would say we are catching up to the pace of the West. We are not far behind. In terms of cities, I would say there is a lot of space that Pune. We are lucky that there is a lot of space. There is a lot of breathing ground that we have in our city, Pune. Mumbai has done it best over the years. Delhi, Gurgaon, NCR has done it great. Bangalore, for that matter of fact, has done great events, great experiences, curated these experiences. But I think the time is right for Pune. Today, we are the fastest growing city in the country. The number of units that, from a real estate perspective, it is one of the highest in the country. The density of cranes that you see is the highest in Mumbai and Pune in the whole of West India. So I think it is the right time for Pune. We have great developments which are centered towards community, centered towards the lifestyle, centered towards these experiences and moments which have come up in the city. But there is always going to be scope of doing more. And I feel that Pune is right now at a junction where we either create history or be a part of history. We need to understand our audiences very, very, customers very, very honestly. हमें हमारे कस्टमर को वो देना चाहिए जो उन्हें चाहिए, and उन्हें वो एक्सपीरियंस करवाना चाहिए जो हमें चाहिए.
So how do you divide the whole event planning? Basis on culture, basis on the profession, and basis on the demographics, meaning the age or you can say the coming future of that perfect location. Now abhi Hinjewadi mein dekha jaye to you think more towards what professional opportunities do Hinjewadi provides. And if we think towards Prabhat Road, or if we think towards Deccan or something, so we see that it's okay, like profession ko thoda sa 30% pe rakh sakte hai, but the 70% has to also cover other norms. So how do you differentiate that?
It depends on the location. It depends on the kind of development that you have. So currently at Sky Eye, we have 5 different projects going on in 5 different locations. Pugao, and which is on Pout Road. We have one of the flagship township development that happens. It's called Sky Songbirds. We have 5 Race Course, which is opposite Sopan Bar. The audiences are very different for each category, for each township, for each development. When in a township, there are multiple developments that happen. There could be a 4-bedroom exclusive apartment, there could be a 3-bedroom apartment, there could be a studio apartment. हर कैटेगरी के ऑडियंस को समझना, उनको बाइफरकेट करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. डेफिनेटली लोकेशन स्पेसिफिक एक जेंट्री है कि जैसे आपने कहा हिंजवड़ी, सो वैसे ही हमारे लिए भुगाव भुकुम हैज़ ग्रेट प्रॉक्सिमिटी विथ हिंजवड़ी. हमारा वहाँ का जो ऑडियंस है ईदर कम्स फ्रॉम द कोथरूड the dense Kothrood development that has or redevelopment that is taking place, or from Hinjawadi or from surrounding vicinities. So वहाँ का audience base or probably someone who's looking for a house in Sopan Bagh is completely different. Demographics बहुत different है. Culturally, I feel that across India we have a lot of commonalities. There are a lot of common celebrations that we do. So वहाँ पे मेरे को डिसइंटीग्रेट करने की या बाइफरकेट करने की या डिफरेंशिएट करने की इतनी ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ती. पर हर सेगमेंट में एक एक्सपेक्टेशन होती है कि आज मेरा एक अल्ट्रा लग्जरी प्रोजेक्ट है सोपन बाग में 5 रेस कोर्स. The lifestyle that audience wants to experience is completely different from someone who is buying or someone who is going to buy a house in a Bhugao. Bhugao mein they are looking for peace, they are looking for serenity, they are looking for calm from the hustle and bustle of Kothrood. But Sopan Bagh mein someone is looking at the connectivity, someone is looking for the nearby neighborhood where he is working. So ऑडियंस प्रोफाइलिंग डेफिनेटली होता है, होना भी चाहिए, बट आई बिलीव दैट उसमें कल्चर का इतना बड़ा रोल नहीं है जितना बड़ा रोल उनके लोकेशन, उनके वर्क या उनके डेमोग्राफी का है. सो वो एस्पेक्ट समझ के वी ट्राई एंड कम टू आइडियाज विच आर क्यूरेटेड फॉर देम. जैसे अगर मैं एक इवेंट रेस कोर्स के ऑडियंस के लिए करूँगा, उसमें बहुत सारे एलिमेंट्स अलग होंगे. वही चीज़ अगर मैं एक स्काई सॉन्गबर्ड्स है या मेरा वेस्ट पुणे का कोई डेवलपमेंट है उसके लिए करूँगा, तो उसके लिए भी मेरी जो आइडियाज़ है वो बहुत डिफरेंट रहेगी. एंड दैट वुड बी प्राइमरीली ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग द ऑडियंस.
सो हमने फॉक्सफायर इवेंट को जब भी पिच आते हुए देखा है, सो वॉट एवर द पिच वी हैड गॉट, इट्स ऑलवेज बिन की बजट अराउंड, मतलब स्टैटिक है. उसको अगर आप कल भी मुझे पूछोगे तो इट्स द सेम थिंग, इट्स बजट. वी हैव गुड बजट एंड ये करना है. इंटेंशन के बारे में बहुत कम लोग बात करते हैं. दे नो दैट कि इसको कुछ बड़ा करना है, लोग कुछ तो मतलब इनको फील आना चाहिए एंड ROI अच्छा होना चाहिए. बट देयर इज नो सीरियसनेस व्हेन इट कम्स टू आस्किंग देम कि ठीक है फील आना चाहिए, बट क्या फील आना चाहिए? अच्छा होना चाहिए. हाँ, अच्छा तो होना चाहिए. इवन नोबडी थिंक्स कि अच्छा हो या बुरा हो, नोबडी सेज कि बुरा होना चाहिए. सो HRs हो, व्हेन इट कम्स टू कॉर्पोरेट, मेनली HRs आर इन्वॉल्व और मार्केटिंग हेड्स और सेल्स हेड्स आर इन्वॉल्व. सो वो जो एक इंटेंशनल चेंज हो रहा है, अभी आपको क्या लगता है कि मार्केट में वो गैप क्यों है? Why India is not moving that fast forward towards it and it's just slowly adapting it? There are few people who really want to do something because they love their work and they don't want to lose the authenticity. So they actually think towards कि ठीक है intentional करते हैं यार, कल परसों भी कुछ तो एक इवेंट किया था, आज भी कुछ एक इवेंट कर रहे हैं, तो ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि constantly we are just doing the events. So what is that one gap that people mainly from your profession are not able to fill it?
Again, it depends. Aishwarya, very honestly, it depends from brand to brand. I feel gaps एक नहीं है. There are multiple gaps that are identified. It depends on the event itself. It depends on the audience. पर ये जो gap है, it is very notional.
Sorry, how many years you have been in the industry?
So I have been working in the real estate industry for the past 4 years. But when it comes to experiential marketing or events industries, I have spent almost my entirety of my career. That is the last 10-12 years in experiential marketing.
So you must have seen how things have been taken in terms of experiential marketing.
Yeah.
कि करने मतलब paper पे है, but करते time you're doing just an usual marketing.
Yeah.
And when actually you take things on your hands, you get to know that कि इसमें इतना difference है. So why is it people are not serious about experiential marketing? Just because people are not aware of it to whom they are delivering, कि जिसको developer है उसको पता ही नहीं है कि exactly होता क्या है.
नहीं, see, I wouldn't say developer को पता नहीं है, पर एक event या एक event generally एक checklist बन के रह जाती है कि हमें ये भी करना है. There is not much thought which is given कि क्यों कर रहे हैं हम इवेंट, हमें इवेंट से चाहिए क्या, हमारा इंटेंट क्या है ये इवेंट का. सो इज इट के 1000 लोग अटेंड करें, इज इट के 100 लोग मेरी इवेंट के बारे में बात करें, या इज इट के लोग मेरी इवेंट से घर खरीदें? जनरली रिस्ट्रिक्शन यहाँ आता है कि लोग सोचते हैं मैं इवेंट करूंगा मेरे लोग घर खरीदेंगे, पर इवेंट में क्या ऐसा करूं
वो गैप कोई फिल नहीं कर पाता
वो गैप कोई फिल नहीं कर पाता।
सो कमिंग बैक टू अ प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन व्हेन
हाँ.
वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट गैप की ये जो गैप है बीच में ये लोग क्यों नहीं देख पा रहे, स्पेशली फ्रॉम योर प्रोफेशन, why these people are not able to fill it? Because जब हमारे पास पिच देने आते हैं they are not able to answer कि exactly क्या करना है, वो flow ही नहीं होता है उनके पास, they just have the A and they have the Z, they don't have the in between alphabets. So why is it, like why and they are not able to pinpoint? Is it a lack of experience or is it a lack of exposure they have, or what is it?
I wouldn't say that. It is neither lack of experience, it is neither lack of understanding. I believe it is the gap primarily is that the perspective. Gap is that of कि मुझे ये बजट में ये चीज़ करनी है, मुझे ये चीज़ करनी है क्योंकि इसने ये चीज़ करी है, ABC ब्रांड ने ये किया है, मुझे भी ये करना है.
So there's a fine line competition or underline competition happening
हाँ,
underneath.
because someone else is doing it, I also want to do it. I don't want to miss out. There's a big FOMO कि अरे उसने एक ऑफर लेके आया है, मैं भी एक ऑफर लेके आ जाता हूँ. अगर ये बंदा अपने सेल्स गैलरी में चाय पिला रहा है, मैं भी चाय पिलाता हूँ. पर ये नहीं पूछ रहा कोई कि मेरे कस्टमर को शायद जूस पीना है. अगर मैं ये नहीं समझ पाया कि मेरे कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए, तो ये गैप हमेशा रहेगा. लाइक आई सेड इससे पहले कि एक विसिनिटी का कस्टमर और दूसरे विसिनिटी के कस्टमर में कल्चरली शायद बहुत सारी सिमिलैरिटी हो, पर उसका क्या काम है, उसकी क्या प्रोफाइल है, उसकी क्या फीलिंग्स है, उसमें बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस आ जाता है. अगर वेस्ट मार्केट में जो इवेंट किया गया है, अगर वेस्ट मार्केट में जो कैंपेन किया गया है, वही चीज़ मैं उठा के ईस्ट मार्केट में पुणे में चलाऊंगा तो नहीं चलेगी, क्योंकि मेरी ऑडियंस बहुत डिफरेंट है. और ये गैप वहीं रह जाता है कि उन्होंने किया, इसने किया, तो मैं क्यों नहीं कर रहा. बहुत बार ये ब्रीफ आती है. इन माई अर्लियर डेज we used to get this question कि अरे this XYZ company has done this, why did we not? So now let's do it. पर द पॉइंट इज ऑलवेज कि अगर उन्होंने कर लिया है तो वो एक एक्सपीरियंस बन चुका है, वो एक इवेंट हो चुका है. अब वही चीज़ दोहराने का कोई मतलब नहीं है. सो वाई नॉट थिंक ऑफ डूइंग समथिंग डिफरेंट, वाई नॉट क्यूरेट समथिंग स्पेसिफिकली विच इज केटरिंग टू माई ब्रांड एंड ऑल्सो केटरिंग टू माई ऑडियंसेस is the real question. And I feel most people don't identify this. It is not the lack of experience, it is not the lack of intent. It is this lack of being able to create a differentiator. And I think it comes from both the brand side and the partner you are collaborating with. क्योंकि अगर मेरी एजेंसी है, वो वही चीज़ करने वाली है जो उसने पहले किया है, तो ना ही मेरी एजेंसी में कोई इंटेंट है कुछ नया करने का, ना ही मुझ में एज अ ब्रांड कोई इंटेंट है कि मैं कुछ नया करके दिखाऊं. पर we are lucky to have an agency like Foxfire which comes up with ideas which we have also not thought about, and that helps us achieve our brand goals. The medium is Foxfire, but it always helps us achieve our brand goals in a very different, very unique manner, I feel.
So I think our job is to justify your vision. So whatever event we organize, so as in from a developer's point end, you need to be very, very clear about what you want. The clarity needs to be at that level that the ROI needs to be fixed, the pitch needs to be fixed, the experience needs to be put into words so that we will be able to justify it with our work. That's how I think the smoothness we could function into when it comes to like an event organizer collaborating with a developer. उसका एक बहुत smooth process चलता है. Rough मोटा मोटा अगर आपने मुझे pitch दे दिया, and if we are trying to plan it accordingly, it is always going to be everywhere messed up into a chaotic manner. And that's what we have also experienced with the events that we have organized. कि ये बहुत chaotic हो गया, because when we plan something and we actually put it into action, हमें पता होता है कि ये कितना chaotic होगा, and we also sometimes see कि ठीक है इसका ROI ना इतना नहीं आएगा, या इसका ROI है तो वो एक्सपीरियंस और इंटेंशनल की साइड पे नहीं जाएगा. इट इज ऑलवेज गोइंग टू बी द अटेंडेंस कि लोग आ रहे, बहुत बड़ा इवेंट है, बहुत बड़ा इवेंट है, देयर हैज बीन टू मच ऑफ मार्केटिंग, पीपल आर गोइंग टू कम, वी आर वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट दैट, बट हाउ आर दे गोइंग टू परसीव इट वंस दे आर आउट ऑफ दिस होल थिंग. दैट इज समथिंग इज गोइंग टू बी आवर गोल कि ठीक है मज़ा आ गया, मतलब इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइज किया, लोग सब बात करें, बहुत मज़ा आ गया. तो वो क्लैरिटी जो है, वो क्लैरिटी बहुत कम लोगों में हमने देखी है, एंड आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम इट्स ऑल्सो आउट ऑफ फ्रस्ट्रेशन दैट पीपल आर नॉट एबल टू रीच टूवर्ड्स दैट क्लैरिटी. वो फ्रस्ट्रेशन है कि करना है, ROI नहीं आ रहा है, बट वो गैप खुद डिग इन नहीं कर पा रहे. तो उसके लिए इट्स ऑल्सो अ लॉस एंड अ विन विन सिचुएशन फ्रॉम बोथ आवर एंड्स, फ्रॉम एन इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइजर ऑल्सो एंड फ्रॉम अ डेवलपर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑल्सो. That's what my take on it.
So I would agree to disagree. क्योंकि win-win situation तो नहीं है. You're doing an event for doing it. There is a gap, clearly a gap. There's a lot of chaos. तो win-win situation कहाँ हुई? Just because एक brief आया, हमने एक event execute किया, उस brief के according developer को event हो गया, lot of people attended, and we executed a great event. It's not win-win.
So it looks like a win-win.
It looks like a
win-win, yeah.
But it isn't.
Yeah, it isn't.
क्योंकि हम लोग ये chaos में हम लोग ये भूल जाते हैं कि जो इवेंट अटेंड करने आया है उसने क्या गेन किया. हमने ऑडियंसेस गेन कर ली, आपने एक अच्छा सा इवेंट गेन कर लिया, पर मेरे ऑडियंस ने क्या गेन किया? दे एक्सपीरियंस्ड chaos. They experienced a lot of bheed. What did they take home? I got the attendance, you got the event.
Just the exhaustion that they have.
They got exhaustion. So how is it that it is a win-win situation when जिनके लिए ये event बना है, अगर उन्होंने ही अच्छे से experience नहीं किया, तो ये win-win situation है ही नहीं. ये win-win situation तब होती कि ब्रीफ सही आती, द इंटेंट वुड हैव बीन वेरी क्लियर एट द वेरी बिगिनिंग, एंड देयर वाज द फोकस वाज नॉट द ब्रांड, नॉट द एजेंसी, बट द पीपल हु आर अटेंडिंग द इवेंट वर इन फोकस. जब वो होता तब एक्चुअली विन विन सिचुएशन होती, चाहे फिर 5 चीजें प्लान की होती और 4 ही एग्जीक्यूट होती, पर जब मेरा ऑडियंस या जो अटेंडी है वो घर जाते हुए खुश होता, वो एग्जॉस्टेड नहीं होता, उसने केओस नहीं देखा होता, तो शायद वो बाद में ये सोचता कि हाँ यार ये मैंने अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस किया. बट वो 10 चीज़ें करने की हड़बड़ाहट में इन दैट केओस आई कीप फॉरगेटिंग माई कस्टमर. It is never going to be a win-win situation. Even if there was a great turnout, even if there was a grand stage, there was a great execution, but if the experience for the customer was not great, I think despite doing everything right, it would have turned out to be a failed event.
Okay, so tell me something. When it comes to real estate expos, Dubai is always on the table. So how would you differentiate that Dubai का जो experience marketing है, तो उसको आप कितना consider करते हो while planning any kind of event?
So to be honest, in today's global landscape, UAE and especially Dubai is hands down the leader in the real estate experiential marketing. The kind of visibility, जो एक दुबई के कस्टमर को from the time you even do the first call to the time you book the apartment or beyond that is something that no one ever experiences anywhere. मैं हमेशा ये सोचता हूँ कि if I want to imitate, if I want to become a brand, I should become a brand of a stature which people talk about. मतलब एक ब्रांड तब बनता है जब लोग उसके बारे में अच्छी बातें करना शुरू करें. एंड दुबई हैज लर्नड इट अ लॉट ऑफ इयर्स बैक कि बहुत साल पहले से UAE दुबई हो या अबू धाबी हो, ये मार्केट्स ने ये बहुत अच्छे से समझ लिया कि जब हम कुछ अलग करेंगे या जब हम कुछ अलग एक्सपीरियंस करवाएंगे तो लोगों को मज़ा आएगा, लोग हम पे ट्रस्ट करना शुरू करेंगे एंड लोग हम पे ये सोच के भरोसा कर सकते हैं कि ये लोग अगर जो दिखा रहे हैं ये कर सकते हैं. सो आई थिंक बैक इन द डे विजन 2035 used to be the thing. Now it is vision 2050 if I'm not wrong. They're thinking at least 20-30 years ahead. उनका प्लानिंग आज से 3-4 decades पहले का प्लानिंग आज होके रखा हुआ है. How they visualize things, how they visualize the cities transforming, और वही चीज़ उनको फ्यूचर आज अपने ऑडियंस को एक्सपीरियंस करवाना है. I think हम लोग the rest of the world has always tried to make people experience what today feels like, whereas a UAE or like a Dubai or Abu Dhabi market has always tried or strived towards making people experience what future is going to be like. So वहाँ पे एक बहुत बड़ा difference आ जाता है. And are we not capable of doing it? Definitely we are. But the market is such where the people want more real in India. इस सेगमेंट पे, इस सेक्टर पे आज भी बहुत सारे लोग भरोसा करने से हिचकिचाते हैं. And I believe that after RERA has come in, there is a lot of trust, transparency that has come in for developers, for real estate itself. पर UAE में हो या even in fact the Middle East, people have always had that trust in the retail real estate development schemes, and वो लोग वो visualize करवा सके, and over the period of last decade or so they have transformed their entire cities, and ये लोगों ने देखा है. तो आज भी जब वहाँ पे कुछ नया एक्सपीरियंस होता है तो लोगों को भरोसा होता है कि हाँ ये ट्रांसलेट होगा. पर इंडिया में आज भी या इन द ईस्ट पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड आई वुड से पीपल स्टिल हैव दैट mistrust, and I think that's why marketers or brands usually tread very slowly. They try and keep things very real, keep things to the age. Yes, there is a big difference, but I think India will get there soon. Like, we are not far behind.
So we are yet to learn the authenticity compared to what West have learned.
I wouldn't say we are yet to learn. We know it. We have learned it. There are, in fact, a lot of manpower that is contributing in the development of the West, which comes from India. It's just that the scale at which we operate as a country of 140 billion people, it's very different.
Is that because we are culturally different, our history is very different, or we are just into, real estate business, we are just there? We are not yet 100% at our potential, and we are just going towards our potential.
I wouldn't say that.
Because that's what we notice while we organize any event. So to break through some taboos and to break through some notions and beliefs and to design an entire event, क्योंकि हमारे पास बजट बहुत आता है, बजट बहुत होता है, तो उस हिसाब से if you want to do something extraordinary also, we have to deal with breaking that pre-notions of something. So it's like a challenge. We want to provide something very authentically because हमें भी कुछ अलग करना होता है. We have fun while designing our events. तो अगर वो नहीं कर पा रहे रियल एस्टेट में तो मज़ा नहीं आता है, क्योंकि ऐसे होता है कि ठीक है आज इनके लिए इवेंट किया है तो आज का जो इवेंट हुआ है वी आर जस्ट कॉपी पेस्टिंग द सेम इवेंट विद डिफरेंट बजट टुमारो. सो इज इट समथिंग दैट वी आर येट टू गो एंड रीच दैट पोटेंशियल कंपेयर टू व्हाट अदर कंट्रीज हैव रीच्ड टुवर्ड्स?
I would say that's not completely true. There are brands which are doing a lot of disruptive things जो कि एक यूजुअल नॉर्म या एक यूजुअल प्रैक्टिस नहीं है. People have hosted events for LGBTQ community as well. There are brands which are giving you equality, be it gender, be it your inclination, be it your culture, be it your religion. there is disruption happening across board, across the country. हम लोग एक पर्टिकुलर लेंस से बहुत सारी चीज़ें देखते हैं. जब हम वो लेंस हटा देंगे तो शायद हम ये रियलाइज़ करेंगे कि हम लोग भी बहुत सारी डिसरप्टिव चीज़ें इन इंडिया वी आर डूइंग इट. It's just that the media doesn't really talk about it. As a developer, as a brand, we try and bring people together. We try and bring communities together. We try and develop communities. That can't happen without having various people from various cultures, various religion, various demographies coming together. आज एक कम्युनिटी तब बनती है जब बहुत सारे लोग आते हैं, और वो तभी होता है कि कॉमन इंटरेस्ट है. सो इन द वेस्ट द कॉमन इंटरेस्ट्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट देन व्हाट वी हैव इन इंडिया. एंड आई थिंक इंडिया में भी बहुत सालों से ये डिसरप्शन आ चुका है, वेयर डिफरेंट थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग, बट पीपल आर कॉन्शियस एंड कॉशियस अबाउट इट. कि उन्हें ना ही उसके साथ बड़ा शोरगुल करना है, ना ही हल्ला करना है, पर कर रहे अपने अपने पेस पे. देर आर पीपल हु आर डूइंग दीज डिफरेंट थिंग्स. इट्स जस्ट दैट लाइक यू सेड कि बजट्स आते हैं, पर ऑथेंटिसिटी ड्राइव करना अब वो एक ब्रांड पे निर्भर करता है और एक एजेंसी पे भी निर्भर करता है. बहुत सारी बार ये एक लड़ाई हो जाती है बिटवीन अ ब्रांड एंड इट्स एजेंसीज और इट्स पार्टनर्स, के द पार्टनर और द एजेंसी विल कम बैक एंड से कि ये नहीं करना चाहिए. I think when that can happen is only when they understand the customer, they understand the nuances of the society. अगर वो नहीं समझ पाएंगे तो again like you said कि ये यहाँ पे किया है यहाँ पे भी कर देते हैं, वही चलता रहेगा. So from an agency or a brand's perspective, I would say you can create disruption by doing something which is normal, but you can also not create something unique despite you doing a lot of things different. So हमें तभी वो सही चीज़ मिलेगी जो हम कर रहे हैं, जब हम एक कॉमन ग्राउंड फाइंड करें, हम एक कॉमन इमोशन फाइंड करें हमारे ऑडियंस का, और उस कॉमन इमोशन को या उस कॉमन एक फीलिंग को अगर हम केटर करने की कोशिश करें तो शायद हम डिसरप्शन क्रिएट कर पाए बाय जस्ट डूइंग समथिंग वेरी वेरी नॉर्मल, समथिंग वेरी डे टू डे.
अगर मुझे आज इवेंट प्लान करना है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई एम अ डेवलपर एंड आई वांट टू सेल समथिंग फ्रॉम व्हाटएवर इज गोइंग ऑन, सो हाउ लाइक फ्रॉम वेयर डू आई स्टार्ट? Like explain me or walk through from scratch till the pitch that you give to some event organizer company like us.
When I want to do an event, I rather go back. I call my agency first. I discuss what is it that I want to achieve.
So for example, as an event organizer company, you would call Foxfire and then you would pitch what's in your mind and what you want to do mota, not like in detail or with a clarity.
Not true. It can be both. It could be a very clear brief कि हमें यही चीज़ करनी है, जहाँ पे मेरा intent would be where I want to just display my brand. But there could be events where I want people to experience something different. I want to achieve a set of emotion from my customer, or an experience that I want to curate for my customer or my audience. And the brief could vary from situation to situation. But usually
so depending on the project and the situation,
timelines, बहुत बार ऐसा भी होता है कि अरे कल इवेंट करना है, तो तब आइडिएशन का कोई पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं होता, तब मजबूरन हमें वो करना पड़ता है जो करते आए हैं कि हमने ये यहाँ पे किया था, ये वहाँ पे रेप्लिकेट कर दो, हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है, परसों इवेंट है.
तो कितना, मतलब out of 10 instances, how many times do you get into such situations?
I would say 3 out of 10.
Okay.
Where a very short notice comes in and we have to do things which have been executed earlier as well. But 7 out of 10 times, I would say there is enough and sufficient time to have the discussion, to understand कि हमें actually achieve क्या करना है इस event के through या इस experience के through. and that's where the discussions start. uh, we love when there are ideas that are exchanged. uh, हम समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि हमें करना क्या है, व्हाट इज इट दैट वी वांट टू डू टू अचीव व्हाट वी वांट टू अचीव.
Okay.
सो वहाँ से जब शुरुआत होती है तब आई थिंक दैट यू ट्रूली फाइंड अ वेरी क्लियर थॉट आउट प्लान. That's where we lock a plan. We decide the budgets, we decipher it. Obviously there are certain constraints, so एक top of mind ये रहता है कि हमारा इतना budget रहेगा, but we make those modulations depending on कि ये चीज़ करनी है, ये चीज़ नहीं करनी है. And ultimately we lock the event and then we go into execution.
So the first thing is you brief the whole idea to the organizer, and mutually whatever comes, their feedback or whatever you have in your mind, you lock in the whole concept.
Yeah.
The third thing you go towards is, of course, the budget is considered in the second thing only. The third step is during the execution, what should be the message that needs to be put out has to be precisely seen. तो ये सबका जब कोलैब होता है, एज एन इंडिविजुअल व्हेन यू प्लान समथिंग इन योर हेड, how much do you contribute towards the psychology factor, because since it's an experience thing, everything depends on the psychology. And the second thing is how much do you focus कि ये इसको deliver करते time कितना event organizers को आपको contribute करना है when it comes to pitching out the whole narration of psychology. क्योंकि बोलना कि देखो यहाँ पे बैनर लगना चाहिए और बोलना कि देखो यहाँ पे डीजे होना चाहिए आर वेरी नॉर्मल थिंग्स. लाइक इट्स लाइक राइटिंग आउट, इवन ChatGPT बोल देगा कि ये कर दो, बट द नोशन बिहाइंड इट टू अचीव एंड द डिलीवरी टूवर्ड्स दैट नोशन इज अ वेरी टफ जॉब. वो लोग नहीं कर पाते.
आई थिंक वही चीज़ इम्पोर्टेंट भी है, टू हैव दैट ट्रांसपेरेंसी, टू हैव दैट क्लैरिटी ऑफ थॉट and to translate that to the agency or the partner that you're working with. अगर मैं अपनी clarity of thought से नहीं बता पाया कि मुझे achieve क्या करना है, तो I think I'll never be able to achieve the goals. तो जब मैं brief कर रहा हूँ, मुझे अपनी एजेंसी को ये 100% बताना है कि शायद मैं नंबर्स पे बाद में आ जाऊँ कि कितने लोग अटेंड करेंगे या कितने लोग का फुटफॉल होगा. माई ऑब्जेक्टिव शुड बी वेरी क्लियर वाइल डिस्कसिंग कि मुझे अपने ऑडियंसेस को एक्सपीरियंस क्या करवाना है. और ये तभी होगा जब एक डिस्कशन ओपनली और ट्रांसपेरेंटली होगा. क्योंकि अगर यही बोलना है कि मुझे ये डीजे चाहिए या मुझे ये स्टेज चाहिए, मुझे ये एलईडी स्क्रीन चाहिए, मुझे ये क्रिएटिव चाहिए, मुझे ये बैनर चाहिए, तो you don't need someone to think about it. Like you said, today a GPT will give you a checklist. वो checklist लेके आप कोई भी इवेंट ऑर्गेनाइजर को दे दीजिए, वो एग्जीक्यूट हो जाएगा. पर हमारा ध्येय क्या था, हमारा ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या था, ये जब तक डिस्कस नहीं करोगे तो उस एलईडी स्क्रीन पे चलना क्या चाहिए से लेके डीजे अगर है तो उसे गाना कौन सा बजाना चाहिए, ये कभी पता नहीं चलेगा. सो ये ट्रांसपेरेंसी और ये ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ द ऑब्जेक्टिव हैज टू हैपन फ्रॉम अ ब्रांड टू द एजेंसी, एंड इट हैज टू हैपन इन अ प्रॉपर डिटेल्ड मैनर. क्योंकि लाइक आई सेड, लिस्ट, एग्जीक्यूशन, इम्प्लीमेंटेशन आपको चाहिए होगा. या तो आपकी ऑडियंस जो है वो पंजाबी है, आप बजा रहे हो प्रॉब्ली बंगाली गाने, तो इवेंट पे आके वो पंजाबी बोल देगा कि भाई मैं यहाँ आके कर ही क्या कर रहा हूँ. सो दैट नरेशन, दैट क्लैरिटी हैज टू ट्रांसलेट फ्रॉम अ ब्रांड टू द एजेंसी कि मेरा ऑडियंस ये है, उनको ये मुझे एक्सपीरियंस करवाना है. एंड दैट्स वेयर यू tend to get the best outcomes. When there is a lot of clarity, there is a lot of understanding of who is attending the event, you tend to achieve that satisfaction in the minds of the audiences, and that's what people remember. That's what people have come to experience. कि मुझे कुछ मेरे लिए मिला. And Yeah, that's about it, I
So
think.
tell me, what should be the frequency of organizing an event for a single project? Like every 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. What is it that will be like a bombarding thing for an audience कि वो आए experience ले कि till a point that decide कि ठीक है चलो ले लेते हैं बहुत अच्छा है.
nahi, see, I believe that you should create or curate experiences when your audience starts forgetting you. It should come as a reminder that we are here, we are the one creating the community, we are the one creating the lifestyle. The frequency cannot be on a calendar. I'll be very honest. It has to come from conversations you have with your audiences. So it is very important that you mingle around with the community.
And
Aap-
how do you achieve that?
for us, fortunately, we have a clubhouse, which we have a club, Pune Western Club, uh, which hosts a lot of events, which has people who come in for sports, for coaching, for a casual walk. We are fortunate that we get to speak to these people. We get to speak to the residents. एक नॉर्मल चीज, अरे पिछली बार हमने होली में ये किया था, अभी नेक्स्ट क्या कर रहे हैं, when this urge comes out, not necessarily every developer is lucky enough to have this, but this urge comes out from the audiences that yeah, there is a gathering that is required. Obviously एक regular calendar of events तो होता ही है, but when I'm talking about a large scale event, you need to understand that your customer needs it. It's not when you need to do an event, क्योंकि आज हर सीजन के हिसाब से अगर मैं इवेंट करता रहा तो शायद उसकी वैल्यू नहीं रहेगी. बट जब मैं ये समझ जाऊं कि मेरे ऑडियंस को एक गैदरिंग की, एक कम्युनिटी के फीलिंग की ज़रूरत है, और तब मैं जब वो इवेंट करता हूँ तो उसका एक चार्म ही अलग है, उसका एक एक्सपीरियंस ही अलग हो जाता है. एंड यू वोंट बिलीव दैट सच इवेंट्स एंड एक्सपीरियंसेस ड्राइव्स अ लॉट ऑफ बिजनेस. It drives business because people talk about it, people feel like being a part of a community, and at such events we encourage people to call their friends and families. That is where the real game is. लोग इवेंट करके लोगों को बुला लेंगे, उससे कुछ अचीव होगा नहीं होगा पता नहीं, बट व्हेन यू मेक पीपल experience something which is new, something which is unique, and that too when they are expecting it, then you drive great referrals, you drive great business through such events. And it can't really rationalize in terms of numbers कि 1000 लोग आए और एक भी घर नहीं बिका. शायद वो 1000 लोग जो आए थे, उनके रेफरेंस से आपको शायद 1.5 महीने बाद, 2 महीने बाद एक 10-20 कितने घर बिक गए आपको पता भी नहीं चलेगा. बट इट इज़ ऑलवेज ग्रेट टू हैव दैट टॉप ऑफ माइंड अवेयरनेस इन योर ऑडियंसेस कि हम एक कम्युनिटी ड्राइव करते हैं, हम एक कम्युनिटी के लिए एक एक्सपीरियंस बनाते हैं, और वो एक लाइफस्टाइल क्रिएट करते हैं हम.
So now tell me कि आप how do you lock in that which event organizer you would like to go towards, because अभी जो developers हैं basically in Pune, जो भी developers हैं, all these developers tend to work with the best of event organizers, but there are mid-scale developers also. Though they have the good scale budget, I'm not saying like a huge budget, but even a good scale budget also, they would rather compromise on the budget and they would just throw out like a normal event. So I want to talk to them indirectly throughout this conversation, that how these things are going to be beneficial in future if they plan and think with the notion कि ठीक है आज थोड़ा सा अलग सोचते हैं और कुछ अच्छे कंपनीज के साथ थोड़ा सा बैठ के बात करते हैं. So we want to break that ice as an event organizer company, that come at least work and see that how differently a good companies can also deliver and how that is also going to impact your sales. So you have worked in this industry from very long. So what's your experience while you have worked with different organizers, and that you have also worked with us on a very different projects? So what's your experience have been?
To be very honest, every agency comes with its unique set of ideas, its unique set of skills. And I would say that be it a small developer, be it a big developer, one thing you shouldn't do is compromise on the goals or objectives that you want to achieve. कई बार ऐसा हो जाता है that you as an agency would pitch an idea, but the budgets will never match. मतलब 2x budget हो जाता है. At that time, I feel it is the agency's job to give an alternative which is equally impactful, but in that limited budget of the developer. From a developer's perspective, I would say it is very important to evaluate कि अगर मेरा XYZ बजट है और उसमें मेरे को 20 चीज़ करनी है, पर उन 20 चीज़ को करने के लिए अगर मुझे प्लस ABC भी करना पड़ेगा, तो क्या मैं उन 20 चीज़ों में से 5-7 चीज़ें इग्नोर कर सकता हूँ? मैं अपनी एजेंसी को सुनूं कि अगर वो कोई सजेशन दे रहे हैं, वो एक बहुत बड़ा इम्पॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है टू अंडरस्टैंड द बैंडविथ, बी इट मॉनिटरी बैंडविथ और द केपेबिलिटी बैंडविथ. ये बहुत बार ये भी होता है कि there are smaller developers who want to do a big event, they have a great budget, they go to an agency which may not deliver the quality that is required despite paying a lot of money. So to choose the partner on an agency is equally important, because at situations where you need to find an alternative for your event, for your execution, it's capable agencies who are able to deliver it very effectively. मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगा कि छोटी एजेंसीज ये नहीं कर पाती, but the amount of resources generally that bigger agencies have, it gives you that flexibility and ease कि अगर मुझे कहीं पे मैं अटक गया हूँ तो मुझे वो चीज़ मिल जाएगी. I'll give you one example. So very recently we had done an exhibition यहाँ पे पुणे में agricultural ground पे. A simple thing like a flagpole. We had done the same flags in Delhi. 8.5 feet के flags थे. हमें flags deliver हुए. Poles we had rented out from an agency in Delhi. जब वो flags पुणे आए, brief simple थी, flags है, flags लगाने हैं, हमारे पास जगह है. We got flagpoles which could accommodate only 6.5 feet के flags, और हमारे flags 8.5 feet के थे. Having a great partner to work with, तुरंत resources allocate किए गए, बॉम्बे से flagpoles मंगवाए गए, नए flags print करवाए गए. 6-8 घंटे के अंदर अंदर we had our branding which was visible as per the requirement of the brand. Sometimes having that capable partner, having that effective agency is very important. और ये solution देना भी एक agency का काम है कि अगर आप यहाँ पे अटक रहे हो तो आप यहाँ पे अटक के ये एक alternative है जो आप explore कर सकते हो. And it comes because of the experience, number of years of experience that
How to deal with the SOS situations.
Yeah. So that is very important and very relevant.
What do you think about Pune's real estate market in coming 5 years?
So, Aishwarya, Pune, like I said, has been one of the fastest growing market in the country, not just in Maharashtra, but in the country. The inflow of people is outstanding. The quality of talent that is coming in the city is brilliant. We are the IT hub. We are the second Silicon Valley of India. Having said this, there's a huge potential that the city has to offer in terms of real estate. आज हम देखते हैं जब Mumbai is now evolving into M3. Pune is yet at a very nascent stage of development. The infrastructure development that is happening with Ring Road, Metro, the network of highways, the new airport, it is just at the brink of explosion is what I feel. कि यहाँ से हम लोग एक upward spike ही देखेंगे पुणे के लिए. अगले 5 से 10 साल में I feel that Pune is going to see a very, very positive shift. It is going to see a continuous momentum towards great developments coming in. the city expanding in a very planned manner. And I believe ये होगा इसलिए क्योंकि पुणे is the educational and the cultural capital in a way for the entirety of west of India. Brilliant connectivity with the missing link. Very soon, that will be opened. There is talks of high-speed rail network between Mumbai and Pune. The connectivity with the new airport, whenever it gets executed, it's just going to explode the city. And I feel that the next decade, in fact, for Pune, uh, including the east and the west market, and for the industrial sector, when we see the north market, it is just going to be very explosive. हाँ, citizens को थोड़ा रुकना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा वेट करना पड़ेगा, but once all of these infrastructure projects are up and running, it's going to be a different city. It is going to be a mega city, and I think it will very soon be the number one city in the country.
To the rapid fire now.
Yeah.
Okay. Short answers, you don't get to say it depends. No diplomatic answers. Yes and no. Or you can just tell me into a hint. It will be better. So the biggest mistake companies make when planning events.
Talking about budgets, not the idea.
One thing that should be cut from every event budget immediately.
A big stage, a grand stage, I think it divides people rather than bringing them together.
So one thing that's always worth spending on, no matter what.
The experiences, that one unique experience that you curate for your customer.
If you want to specify again, like you just want to decategorize it apart from experiencing, what it would be.
कोई एक इमोशन जो मैं क्यूरेट कर सकूँ अपने कस्टमर के लिए, कि जो वो घर ले जाए और सोचे उसके ऊपर.
Like warmth or
Warmth,
just an
love,
excitement.
excitement,
Okay.
The sense of belongingness.
So most underrated part of an event that nobody ever thinks about.
The event planning agency.
Thank you. So you have rupees 1 lakh and you need to make an event people remember. Where does the money go?
Making that one unique idea, creating something that someone has not experienced before. Probably a wall art where people come and sign or just splash some colors. Not even 1 lakh, probably 30,000-40,000 rupees. I can create a nice art wall with a blank canvas. People come, bounce colors with their kids, put their palms, and they click a photo with it.
Very creative. One event that you have loved while working with Foxfire event.
I think हमने very recently Turf Club में एक हमारा channel partner meet किया था. The experience was different, really nice. Apart from that, we've done a lot of exhibitions and expos. It's always been great to have Foxfire as the partner agency. Yeah.
Thank you. So, dream event you wish a client would let you do, no budget limits.
Oh, I would love to make people travel, people experience something different, and probably create a very unique experience. I haven't thought about it, but it will definitely include moving people around, taking them and making them experience something new.
Okay. Last one, not the rapid fire. One thing you would say to every developer or HR head watching this right now, what's the line they take home?
What's the line they take home?
Yeah.
Create experiences, because that is something that is of real value, and that helps drive value for your business and your brand.
Okay. And what would you like to say on a closing note when it comes to experience marketing and your personal take on it? I wanted to ask you one more thing. What do you read or what do you dive into when it comes to content or when it comes to reading, just to grow your experience and to understand the community that you have been building right now?
So I read, like I'm an avid reader. I read from the perspective of there are a lot of magazines that I read, but there are a lot of online blogs that I read. Apart from that, I keep a watch on social media. There are a lot of great things happening across the world uh, that helps me keep up to date. Uh, and there is also a lot of things that you see on LinkedIn, so uh, which helps you uh, get to know a lot more newer things that are happening across the world. So my primary source of information are generally magazines and then social media followed by LinkedIn.
Okay, so that's the episode, and it was lovely having you. It's our first episode, and your energy is too good and too lively. It was too fun to have a word with you when it comes to experience marketing. People don't usually talk that openly, and we would like to have you again. Hopefully, in next coming 3 4 episodes, you're back.
Thank you so much, and I would love to be back.
Thank you. So that's the episode. And if you want someone who does the thinking that executes it, that's the Foxfire event. Subscribe our channel and follow us on Instagram. Thank you so much.